Good afternoon. Over the past couple of weeks, how many of you have watched a World Cup game? Every 4 years, the FIFA World Cup brings the world together, making soccer the most watched sporting event on earth. Stadiums are packed, crowds are roaring, and billions of people watch their countries compete for the biggest prize in soccer. For 1 month, it seems like the entire world is focused on one single event. Whether you're watching from a stadium, your living room, or a local restaurant, the excitement is impossible to ignore. According to FIFA, the 2026 FIFA World Cup will be the biggest one ever, featuring approximately 48 teams and 1,248 players. With more teams than ever before, this tournament is expected to attract even more fans from around the world. I chose this topic because I'm from Brazil, a country known for its passion for soccer. I grew up surrounded by the sport, and soccer has always been an important part of my culture. Because of that, the World Cup has always meant to me more than a tournament. Today, I will explain the history of the FIFA World Cup, how the tournament works, and why it has become one of the biggest sporting events in the world. To begin, let's look at the history of the FIFA World Cup. The first FIFA World Cup was held in 1930 in Uruguay. It was created by FIFA to bring together the best national teams from around the world for one international competition. At that time, only 13 countries participated, and Uruguay became the first champion in its home field. Over time, the tournament continued to grow. More countries qualified, television broadcasts expanded, and millions of new fans began following the competition. As a result, the World Cup became one of the largest sporting events in the world. Today, it is held every 4 years, except during World War II, when the tournaments in 1942 and 46 were canceled. The World Cup has produced many unforgettable moments and legendary players. Brazil has won 5 times, making it any other nation less than Brazil, because they are the leading champions of the World Cup. Players like Pelé, Maradona, Zidane, Messi, Ronaldo inspire generations of fans that have helped grow the popularity of the sport across the globe. Now that we've discussed the history of the tournament, let's move on to how the World Cup actually works. Before the tournament begins, countries must compete in qualifying matches. In other words, not every nation automatically earns a spot in the World Cup. Instead, teams compete against other countries in the region for the chance to qualify. In 2026, for the first time ever, 48 teams instead of 32 were qualified for the World Cup. First, the teams compete in the group stage, where they play several matches against other teams in their group. Teams earn points based on their results, and the best teams advance to the next round. Next, the tournament moves on to the knockout stages. If you lose a game, you're out for the rest of the match, and the World Cup journey comes to an end. The competition continues from the round of 32 to the 16th to the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finally the championship match. If a knockout match ends in a tie, a team plays 30 minutes of extra time, 15 in each half. The winner is decided by a penalty shootout if it's still tied. Because of this format, every goal and every save becomes incredibly important, creating some of the most insane memories and adrenaline moments. Now that you understand how the tournament works, let's look at how the World Cup has impacted around the world. One of the biggest reasons the World Cup is so important is that it brings people together. During the tournament, millions of fans celebrate regardless of their language, culture, or background. Families gather to watch games, friends wear their country's colors, and entire communities celebrate together. This World Cup, we can see that in the Brazil and Norway game. Furthermore, the World Cup brings millions of tourists travels to attend matches, filling hotels, restaurants, and local businesses. This makes the tournament generate billions of dollars in tourism and creates jobs for thousands and thousands of people. Host countries often improve their transportation systems, stadiums, and infrastructure to prepare for the event. These improvements can continue benefiting local communities after the World Cup is done. Another important impact is the inspiration the World Cup provides for young athletes. Children around the world can watch and they can see their favorite players and dream that one day they can represent their own countries on the same stage. Personally, this is something I experienced when I was growing up in Brazil. During the World Cup, families and friends come together to watch every single match. Streets are decorated with flags, people proudly wearing their yellow and green jerseys, and the entire country celebrates together. Even though many people may have opinions or backgrounds, soccer gives everyone something to unite around. For me, the sense of unity is what makes the World Cup truly special. To review, we've discussed the history of the FIFA World Cup, how the tournament works, and the impact it has on people around the world. In conclusion, the FIFA World Cup is much more than soccer tournaments. It has a rich history that began nearly 100 years ago, a competitive format that showcases the best teams in the world, and an incredible ability to unite people across different cultures. The World Cup reminds us that sports have the power to bring people together in ways that few other events can. The next time the World Cup takes place, I hope you'll watch and see a match and experience for yourself why billions of people around the world come together every 4 years to celebrate this beautiful game. Thank you.